Pastor Jeff here. As soon as I make this turn off the highway, I want to tell you a quick story. I want to tell you a story about my grandfather, my mom's dad. Grandma and Grandpa and us siblings, we were very close. We got to see them often. I mean, they lived an hour or so away, but we got to see them often. And when I was much older, and they had both passed away, my oldest brother was, of course, older, so around them more often or longer period of time than I was. He told me an incredible story that I just fell in love with, and I want to share that with you today. My grandfather at one time was looking for work, and he was married and kids, and they had my mom and her older brother, and he went to apply for a job at a little factory. It was out on the edge of this town, and woods, trees, and everything behind it, and fence around it. It was just a basic factory. I don't know if I know what they made in that factory, but anyway, that's not the point. My grandpa went inside the office and said, "I'd like to talk to the boss." And they said, "Okay, have a seat." And a few minutes later, the boss came out and said, "What can I do for you?" He said, "I'd like to talk to you." So they went in the office and they sat down. And my grandpa explained to him how much he needed this job. And the guy really liked my grandpa, but he said, "I like you and I would hire you in a moment, but I just don't need anybody. I'm maxed out on my staff, on my employees." And my grandpa went on to say, "I really, really need this job." I mean, and the guy continually, a few times, had to tell him, "I'm sorry, I can't. I have no positions open." So the next morning, the boss shows up to the factory, and there sat my grandpa on a bench outside the office door with a lunchbox full of food. And the boss looked at him and said, "Sir, I told you, I don't have a position." He said, "I know, but someday you will, and I want to be here first in line when you do." The next day, the boss was amazed, of course. The next day, there's Grandpa sitting there. Next day, he's sitting there. Next day, next day, next day, next day. A few weeks went by, and he'd been there every day, Monday through Friday, or before the boss, every day. And one day, the boss walked up, and he looked at him, and he said, "Art," my grandpa's name, A-R-T, Art. He said, "Art, get inside. Well, I'll find something for you to do." And he got the job. I love that story. I love what word do I want? The passion, the drive, the confidence, the attitude that my grandpa had. I'm going to be here until I get a paycheck here. And if Christians of 2025 would have that same attitude about Jesus, right? Think about that for a minute. "Jesus, I'm here for you every day. I don't know if you need me today. I know you be able to use me today. There may not be any divine interventions that you can use me for today, but I'm here whenever it is that you need me. Whenever it is that I can go to work for you, Lord, I'm here." Isn't that beautiful? That's the way we should be thinking. Yet Christians are still thinking, listen to me real quick. I've got to cross the intersection here on a highway. Christians today they go to church and that's about it. They say a prayer or two and that's about it. But I don't want to be like that. And I know you don't either. I want to be like my grandpa. I want to sit on that bench and say, "Grandpa," or maybe get down on my knees in front of that bench and say, "Grandpa," say, "Jesus, I'm here for you if you need me. Here I am." Or in the Bible they said, "Here am I, Lord. Use me. Use me."